Hello everyone, this is Rainout. Welcome back to St. Louis Billikens Dynasty. We are at the beginning of Season 3. We went 5-7 last year. Just barely missed out on a bowl game, but we are a very, very much improved team this time around. As we take a look at the roster, we've gone up from about a 76 to an 81 now. And most of that improvement has come from our first recruiting class. If you look at all these redshirt freshmen that have leapt up the depth chart. Someone like Damian Cash at an 80 overall. Matthew Yaboa at a 79. Alan Dummerville at a 78. Jakari Rochelle, 78. Travis Gainwell, 78. Because all these good players have come from our first recruiting class. So I really thought it was a good class, but after a year of development, they are really, really good. And the future looked very, very bright. We are now the highest rated team in the MAC. And we are probably the favorites to win the whole thing outright. And if we don't win the conference championship, this year will be a massive disappointment. The MAC is the weakest conference in the nation. We are the best team in that conference. We need to win it. Because our conference, our championship contender goes up if we win. Our program tradition goes up if we win. And if we start pushing for bowl games and perhaps even CFP eligibility, that'll really help us bring in more recruits by getting our school grades up. So it is win the MAC or bust this time around. Failure is not an option. We have the team to go all the way, and it needs to happen. And then as we look at the recruiting board, we have a solid foundation already in place. This is my thinking on it. So earlier in the Dynasty, years 1 and 2, the team was just so horrifically bad, I couldn't really afford to focus on 4 stars and 5 stars. There was just too many holes to fill, and we just needed good players that could come in and play immediately. So that's why I went after so many 3 stars. And those 3 stars have shown up, and they've really improved the team. We have a lot of freshmen that are now stepping up and into starting roles. They've really improved the overall on this team. And we've reached the point where recruiting 3 stars doesn't really move the needle anymore. All the 3 stars that are interested in us won't be immediate starters. They won't even be like starters after a redshirt year to develop. We're just too good of quality now to justify going after a lot of 3 stars again. So now that we have our foundation laid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go after the 4 stars and maybe even a 5 star if one falls to us. Because we don't need solid players anymore. We need guys that can take us over the edge and get us to the next level. And that's what a 4 star can do for you. So I'm going after quarterback 4 star. I'm going after wide receivers 4 star. Middle linebacker 4 star. Running back 4 star. Just focusing in on the most important positions to get good people in. And really trying to upgrade at those vital positions. And we are close in a lot of these races starting off. None of these people were interested in us starting the year, so we've already kind of leapt into their radar in only 1 week. So we're off to a good start on recruiting, but yeah, I don't really have a need to go after like a huge class. We only have 7 graduating seniors. What we need is a few game breakers to really evolve this team to a team that can contend for the future. So that's what I'm doing for recruiting. We'll be checking in on that after games during the season. And then one more thing, I have some bad news. I got the schedule glitch where if you tried to make a custom schedule, it just would not let you. Even if you made one change, like changing a home game to an away game, it says the schedule is invalid. And unfortunately, that means we cannot schedule Mizzou for this season, which has been a staple. We said we were going to play our in-state rivals every single year, but this is a bug that has been in the game since the game came out, and if I was just gonna wait and see if a patch comes out to fix it, I don't even know how long I'd be waiting if I did that. So it was either go forward with the season, don't play Mizzou, and then hope it gets fixed by itself next season, or wait a couple weeks and see if it hopefully gets fixed. So that was for my choices. I thought just playing it through would be the better option. And that's why we're not playing Mizzou this year. But we are going to play Iowa in Iowa. That's a pretty good stand-in game. Iowa's pretty close to Missouri. I can see that being a bit of a rivalry. And they are a Big Ten team, a potential conference rival if we jump up to the Big Ten in the future. So that'll be a fun game in Iowa City. And then we play versus Toledo, and then at Wake Forest, at UMass, and then hosting Boise State. And then for the rest of the MAC schedule, we are at Akron, at Bowling Green, versus Eastern Michigan, versus Ball State, at Central Michigan, at Ohio, and then finishing it off versus Kent State. So looking at this schedule, we should be favorites to win every single game except for Boise State and Iowa. Maybe Wake Forest, depending on how good they are. But 10-2 should be what we're aiming for this year. 10-2 is a very, very doable record. Maybe even 11-1 if we get lucky against Iowa or Boise State. And that really needs to be the standard. We need to win out in the MAC. We are better than all the teams we're playing. And yeah, hopefully that'll get us to a good bowl game and obviously conference championship. But yeah, 10-2 has to be what we aim for. We cannot collapse like we did last season. We're just too good for that now. But I think that's all I need to go over. So we're just going to hop into the game versus Iowa. They are an 86 overall. So very, very good. I think better than Mizzou is right now. I think Mizzou is around an 84. They've really fallen off after they've graduated like Luther Borden and stuff like that. But we are a good team as well, and we're hopefully going to give them a good game here. All right, we will kick off first here in Iowa City. They have yellowed out the stadium for us. We're big marquee matchup here. They need to bring their A game. And I'm intrigued to see what Iowa can do here because usually not the best on offense. Usually have a very, very good defense, but their offense never really something to write home about. So we'll see what our defense can do against this kind of team. And that's a good start. Okay, I don't know if that was an RPO or just a quick check down, but only a gain of 1. And that's a good run for about 8, third and inches. And that's a great play in the backfield. Who was that, number 20? Is that a safety? It's going to annoy me. They're not going to tell me. I have to look. That's Josh Barr, the strong safety. Kind of a nickel blitz a little bit off the outside. Looked like a read option, but he just swallowed it up. He had a big gain in the offseason. He went from like a 66 to now he's playing at a 79. And he is going to be a big part of our run defense. He needs to get in, make tackles, and he did it there. We'll force a punt on the first drive of the game for the Hawkeyes. And we'll get it at the 26. Here's our offense on the field now. Vince Trinidad leads them out. And we'll see the first touch for Manny Royster, our redshirt freshman running back. And he's got a big gain on the left side to get maybe 12. Good first start. Found a hole on the outside, shot it back up. And then we'll get the passing game going here next. We've got our redshirt freshman tight end there, Tyler Kafka. I might go at him. We've got him on the drag. He is very, very fast. Look at him go down the sideline. They took a bad angle, and he'll just roll right into the blue tent. He's putting the hurt on Iowa. He's got 86 speed as a tight end. I was so excited to get him. Thought a red shirt would do him well, and he improved massively in the offseason. And now he's going to be a force to reckon with. Not many linebackers can keep up with that kind of speed and that kind of size. So he'll be a mismatch machine this year, hopefully. Tyler Williams remains our tight end 1. Now here's Alan Dummerville, our new wide receiver 1, redshirt freshman. 6'3", could have played cornerback. but stuck him at wide receiver, and he's basically going to be our 50-50 guy. Not really good hands, but he's got amazing catch in traffic, spectacular catch. So we're going to chuck up a couple balls to him today and see what he can do. Here's Manny Royster for a gain of 5 up the middle. Now we'll see Ty Hardy check into the game. Run it back up the gut. Nowhere to go that time. Loss of 1. Just cannot throw a pick here. Get it out there to Royster. What a throw and what a catch. Touchdown Billikens. First drive, first TD of the year. And it goes to the freshman, Manny Royster. And this crowd is stunned silent. Not a peep in this stadium. Manny Royster had a great route. And what a throw from Vince Trinidad. It was a bit of a duck, but he got hit as he threw it. What heart to really just loft it up there as he's getting speared and put it right in the hands of Manny Royster. And just like that, 7-0 for the Billikens. We made it look easy on that drive. This offense is very, very exciting. The O-line has gotten better, so we should have more time to throw, better run lanes to go into. We just have better weapons across the board. So they'll be very, very fun. Now our defense needs another stop. A couple broken tackles, but we have enough support to stop him for no gain. The running game was the biggest problem with us last year. We just could not stop anything the running backs did, but we're up to a good start here against an Iowa team that loves to run the ball. And it's going to be a play action, though. And it'll be a throwaway. Be 3rd and 10. I don't know what that was about. And he just gets it away as he's hit. We got pressure into the backfield. That'll be a 3-and-out for the Hawkeyes. So 2 straight punts forced by our defense. We are on a bit of a roll here. That's a great punt, though. Iowa always has good punters. And they got a lot of work usually. Their offense is not very good. Let's try to make it 2 for 2 from the offense here. Vince Trinidad, I don't know how he bounced that out, but he gets 15. Looked very, very risky. He had just enough speed to get the edge. And threw it out to Manny Royster, just no blocks, so nowhere to go. Here he is again, great hands up the middle. He's 6'3", he's very, very physical, but he also has, I think, 94 speed, I want to say. He's very, very fast for his size. He'll be a great weapon for us, hopefully. Now 3rd and 5. And LJ Young Jr. was wide open for the touchdown, but the pressure got in there before I could throw it off. That's unfortunate. That would have been a sure touchdown. Yeah, he's just wide open down there, but the right guard just couldn't hold on. And from the 50, do we go for it? It's 4th and 5. This is a bit insane. I won't lie. This is a bit insane, but I feel like Acevedo or Dummerville have to get open on one of these mesh routes. And they should have speed to burn up and get it. Let's try it. Can I get that out? What a catch from Dummerville. What a throw on the run by Vince Trinidad. That was a crazy, crazy call, but if you're going to beat a team like Iowa on the road, you need to be aggressive. You cannot play for field position. Now we've got it at the 39. Check down. There's Manny Royster fighting for 6 on the check down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. As we do the wave to the Children's Hospital, we are up 7-0. And we've looked good while we've done it. 2 punts for Iowa. We're perfect on our offensive drives. We're trying to make it 2 for 2. And yeah, just those numbers. Squarely in our favor. We just need to keep this momentum going. We need to build up a lead for the fourth quarter because CPU always loves to turn it on in the fourth quarter. We've seen that plenty of times. Cannot allow them to come back into this game. Oh no. It's a fumble, and they are going to pick it up. That's very, very unfortunate. Triple option did not go well, and we've immediately coughed it up in great field position for Iowa. Oh, no. Yeah, I pitched it when I shouldn't have. I clicked it here, and then I couldn't cancel it. And then he got tackled before he could catch it, unfortunately. Yep, could have ended in points on that drive, but we've coughed it up, unforced error. And now our defense needs to come and get a stop here. Already past midfield, but that's a good start. Another check down. They cannot throw more than 5 yards downfield. I don't get it. 3rd and 6. Would love a stop here. Cannot let them get any more yards or they'll be in field goal position. It'll be a screen, but cannot hit the running back. And they will punt from their own 34. Like, what will that even do for you? You're going to get maybe 15 yards of field position out of this. And not a good punt either. So they punt to get 12 yards. Seems like a mistake, but I think that's Iowa. That's Iowa football for you. Now we'll start from the 22. The fumble does not hurt us. But we need to get a drive going again after that crucial mistake. And we are just swarmed immediately. They brought 6, I think. And then the play action was too slow to develop. It'll be 3rd and 16. Not what you want to see, I'm sure. We get that out there. No, just all over Mason Williams. He looked open, but didn't have the speed to break free. And strong safety had great closing speed there. We'll have to punt. First look at our freshman punter, replacing Matthew York. And he has no leg. That I'm just now realizing. That's not good. That was full power, and it just went nowhere. He is an accurate type putter, which I'm realizing was a massive mistake. There's just no reason to recruit accurate kickers or punters in this game. The benefits are just not there. Because power kickers and punters, you'll get high 80s, low 90s power, and then 70s accuracy. So you'd assume it'd be the other way around for accurate kickers and punters. Nope. You'll get low 70s power as they run a reverse here. That gets swallowed up for no gain. Don't know what that was about. But, yeah, accurate kickers and punters, they'll get 70s power, but then also 70s accuracy. There's no benefit. You get 70s accuracy either way, but then just no power. As we swallow up on a check down, and they'll punt again. Just a very, very uninspiring Iowa offense here, which we are very thankful for. And not even their punting is doing well. Usually they have a tremendous punter, but not doing well so far. We'll get a touchback to the 20. Let's try the jet sweep again with Acevedo. They're crowding it with a double mug, but just nowhere to go. Here's Dumberville on the underneath. He's got great short route running. Not the best deep down the field. He loves using his big frame down low. So he'll be good in the red zone for sure. Don't know how good he'll be on these deep bombs, but he also has great spectacular catch, so I want to just throw up 50 balls to him. But we'll just have to see how the game progresses here. 2nd and 1. We'll get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Check down. There's Ty Hardy, good catch. Gets the first down. It'll be the 2-minute warning. Just barely get the pass off for Ty Hardy. Can he do something? Makes one man miss. He gets the first down. We're at the 44. We'll go no huddle here. We'll dump it off to Mason Williams. He's got a lot of space, even though he is not fast at all. He was like a lumbering runaway train, but if that train was not slow, was not fast at all. That was the slowest breakout speed I've ever seen, but he made it work. We are now at the 17. We might want to consider slowing it down here. We do not want to give Iowa time to respond. I see A, but I don't want to throw it. We'll get out with Vince Trinidad for a gain of 9.5. Yeah, I didn't want to throw that on the run and maybe throw an interception to someone lurking. It's not worth it at this point. We need to take care of the football. Cannot afford another turnover this far down the field. We get it to Acevedo, and he turns up to the 1-yard line, 1st and goal. And we've got 4 straight chances to just punch it in from the 1. We'll hand it off to Manny Royster. And he'll get in for his second touchdown of the day. First game of his career, he's already got 2 touchdowns. That one was an easy one right up the gut. Our offensive line is playing incredible today. Few bad pressures on a couple pass plays, but our run game has been solid. They've held up when they needed to, and that just transforms the offense. When you have time to throw, when you have space to run, and all credit to them. They're making things happen in the trenches against a very, very physical Iowa defense. And we're going to be up 14-0 on Iowa. They have a minute 20 to respond before the half. But our defense has been playing very, very well. We just need to keep that going. That's a great corner route. And Iowa's got one of their rare first downs. They just have not been able to move the ball. That was a good throw there, though. Finally threw it more than 5 yards down the field and made a connection. They've got it at the 40 for 1st and 10. And that's a great hit to knock that ball loose. It's a huge hit. We haven't had a lot of those in this dynasty, where just big hits knocking balls loose. But we've got the hit power now to make those kinds of plays happen. That's another one. I think that was Evan Denson laying the hit. Our redshirt freshman middle linebacker. And it'll be 3rd and 10. And can anyone get into the backfield? And what a hit to knock that ball loose. What kind of a play was that? I've never seen a quarterback stand in the pocket for that long. I guess we only sent 3, but yeah, no one could win. We're just getting bitched on the O-line. 2 pancakes happen. And just waiting for someone to come open. We finally kind of left this curl open. He's just been standing there the whole time. Finally threw it out to him. I said, crap, that's going to be a first down. But huge hit from Damian Cash, the freshman. Just sent that ball flying. So I think that was 3 straight forced incompletions on big hits. And on 3 straight downs, and we'll force another punt. We have a chance to put another one up before the half. And then we will get the ball to start the second half. So this could be a huge swing of momentum. Here's Kavka up the middle. He's got a lot of speed to turn up. Only 2nd in inches, though. Good on the run with Vince Trinidad. He's got a lot of speed. He'll turn up the sideline, get shoved out of bounds at the 50 pretty much. I don't like how close those benches are to the sideline. That seems very, very hazardous. Yeah, they definitely have space to move back too, but I don't know. 30 seconds left, 1st and 10 from halfway. Give it to Acevedo underneath. He's got 8, 2nd and 2. I think we call a timeout here. Running out of time. I'd love a touchdown, but field goal wouldn't be the worst thing in the world either. We just don't have a lot of time to work with right now. Here's Ty Hardy on the screen pass. He will not get out of bounds. We have to go no huddle. Yeah, just throw it away. Didn't want to force it, didn't want to waste times. And we don't have to kick a field goal in this spot. We can get a couple more plays. They just have to be quick. They have to be down the field to get us more yards. And we have to get a timeout. I like this Dummerville route, but it might be too long developing. Put it out there for him. And unfortunately, that'll be the end of the second quarter. So just horrible clock management by me. Just threw up a prayer that wasn't going to work out. And we leave points on the board, off the board again. That's unfortunate. Didn't think that would take 6 seconds, but I guess the ball really hung up there. But yeah, just a very, very dominant first half. Should be further ahead than what the scoreline suggests. We had a bad turnover, not exactly in the red zone, but pretty close, and left points on the board there too. But 14-0, still a great scoreline to be at. Being in the lead's always a good thing. We've got a chance, start of the second half, to get another score on the board. Manny Royster is swallowed up for only 2. We're really starting to crowd the box here. I don't really like a run in this spot, but I don't like slants either. This is the problem. If he faster Vince Trinidad, he's got just enough to get around the edge. That's a great play. He ran a lot of yards to make that work. Just barely got around the defensive end. We just got to keep things moving here. Here's Manny Royster. Gets 4 that time. He's kind of slowed down as the game goes on. They're kind of keying more in on the run. Really stacking the box. But he's still making things happen. Little stutter step to get in there. I think he got 4. So 3rd and 2. And he got banged up on that play. Might have to put Ty Hardy into the game. Royster will stay in. Big 3rd and 2. And he had no burst to get up that hole. He is very hurt. He might have to come out. I handed the ball off to him and he just kind of stood still. That's not what you want to see. We only have 3 running backs this year, which is unfortunate because we have 2 more that are being redshirted right now, so they could come in an emergency, but only 3 to work with. One is Cameron Teague, who's not very good. And I think it's insane to go for it here. Just giving them way too good a field position. So unfortunately, we will punt. Got to play the field position game. I went for it earlier in the game, but with the lead, you can't make drives too easy for the other team, especially when their offense has struggled mightily this game. Got to make them work for their points. And what kind of a throw is that? It's intercepted by Josh Barr. That'll be a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. That is the worst throw I have ever seen a man make. I am just baffled. And Josh Barr was lurking and he capitalized. Maybe it was an RPO. It looked like there was so few receivers running routes. Just threw an in where he was lurking the whole way. That was just unbelievable. I mean, standard Iowa quarterback play for you there. This game is so realistic. Josh Barr, what a monster performance from him. He was the backup last year, transferred in, didn't really play last year, but he has star dev. He really shot up the depth chart in the offseason. He's made a lot of big plays today. He's got that big pick 6, but couple TFLs in the run game as well to add to it. We're up 21-0. Gain of 5 on the outside run. Yeah, with their pass offense so horrific, would really expect them to run it a lot more. But they just haven't done it today. Here's a jet sweep, kind of overcommitted to the outside, giving him the inside. That'll be a first down. Yeah, they really did watch the scouting reports on the Billikens. We struggle on the ground, and they just haven't really dictated the tempo to us in this game. You've just gotten too fancy through the air. They really just need to keep it on the ground, and they're starting to do that now. 6 rushes for 18 yards for the halfback. We've actually really shut him down. It'll be a play action, though. Check a shot downfield into double coverage, and luckily that was not picked for Iowa. They had him, looked like they had more guys open, but just chucked it way downfield, tried for the home run, but 2 guys were there to knock that down. Maybe got in each other's way trying to make the pick, but it'll be 3rd and 5. And it'll be a draw, and no one can make the tackle. And he's got a burst. That'll be a touchdown. All right. I mean, we had him wrapped up, but broke a tackle. I guess everyone else gave up on the play, thought he was going to go down. Scheduled CPU touchdown, I'm going to say. Abu Sama III was the one who potted it. I did run pass commit, but yeah, 2 guys made contact, and you just shrugged it off, and then just huge burst of speed. And Iowa is back in it. That was a touchdown they sorely needed. They had not been able to get anything going all game long, but figured it out there. Just keep it on the ground, and good things will happen against this defense. And we're going to need to lock back in. Going to need some points here on this drive for sure. And they are in the backfield in a hurry. That is a sack for Chase Brackney. And I felt like I had no time to throw. Yeah, just Jakari Rochelle he just went around him like he was a revolving door. I've never seen a man get beat that fast, but our redshirt freshman center just let him go by him. Didn't even put his hands up. Just like shoved him by him. Oh well, that's not the start we needed, to say the least. Yeah, they're starting to turn it on here. Starting to rue those points we left on the board earlier, because they're going to start making some big pushes to get back in this game. Here's Ty Hardy getting some back on the screen. Good juke move, and almost runs the coach over on the sideline, but it'll be 3rd and 4 now. That was a good gain to get those yards back. Got it to Acevedo. Really, really bad throw, but he was able to scoop it basically before it hit the ground. And that'll be a 1st down. He just burned past everybody. And we'll just run with Vince Trinidad. There's really no one open, but that was a huge truck move to get past the 1st down line. Just bowled that man over. We're already past midfield here, 1st and 10. Ty Hardy got a big seam. That'll be a gain of 13. We got a good 1-2 punch here with Ty Hardy and Manny Royster. They're not really that different of players. You can't really switch up pace. They're both undersized, elusive backs, but they both can make plays out in the open field, that's for sure. Vince Trinidad will take it himself. No need to get crazy with his arm. He's not the most accurate still. Just got to make plays happen when they're there, and when you got open field, you got to take it with your legs. We'll roll out again. Turn up field. Get a block. Fumbled the ball, but luckily it goes out of bounds. That's the risk you take when you let your QB keep taking shots. He's usually so good at holding on to the ball and avoiding injury that I just let him take hits, but he will fumble eventually. That's a guarantee, but luckily we were on the sideline there, so it just fell out of bounds. And that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. We are dominating time of possession, dominating in yards, pretty much everything, but scoreline doesn't suggest how lopsided this game has been. It's still very close. And we are threatening here. Here's Ty Hardy. He'll get it right into the end zone. Touchdown, Ty Hardy. Our running backs have all 3 touchdowns. And they really showed up to play. I guess we're not going to miss Dunbar. sad as his graduation was, we have 2 running backs that are making things happen out on the field. Ty Hardy. He's very, very slippery. He's only 5'8". Sometimes he can get lost behind those big O-line. Can't really see where he's going. He just slithers right in, and we're up 28-7. That's the bounce back drive we needed. All right. Iowa has 8 minutes to get 3 touchdowns. It is definitely doable, but that's just a great throw. Just did not have the speed to keep up with that route, and our safety went to guard someone else. And they're down to midfield in 1 chunk play. Now here's a run. Yeah, their offense is turning it up. Luckily, we were able to answer, but with our last offensive drive, but yeah, they're moving at will now. They figured it out. And it'll be another reverse. And that goes nowhere. Second time they've ran that play, and Josh Barr again there to make the TFL. Is he playing cornerback? Why is he so far down the field? That's a good question. I saw 2 safeties out there, but he was down low. He is not in the depth chart as a corner. That was weird. Who is playing safety on that play? Yeah, we've got 2 deep, but our strong safety's right here, playing the nickel. There's Pierce, the free safety. Who are you? So we have 2 strong safeties on the field, huh? I guess that was a D package, I guess. That's weird. Is it like that again? No, he's back there now. That was odd. Play action. Yeah, I think that was my space I vacated with Evan Denson. A bit too hard on the play action. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10. So they need it as far back as they can be in a goal-to-go situation. And is that Barr again? He is a TFL machine. Doing push-ups after bringing the man down on the wide receiver screen. Yeah, what an immense performance from him. He is everywhere. He's playing close to the line. He's playing right at the line of scrimmage. He's playing deep, single high safety. That'll be a pick by Warren Barron, and that's going to go back all the way. What a terrible, terrible throw on the check down. And what a pick 6 by this defense. They came to play. They are shutting this Iowa offense out. Not literally, but they are just playing incredible. Another just terrible, terrible decision. Warren Barron, our best cornerback, read that the whole way, and there was no chance anyone was going to catch him. Not when he's charging the line of scrimmage to pick that off. And that is probably the game. It's going to be 35-7 with just under 5 minutes to play. It'll take a miracle for Iowa to get back in this one. And your St. Louis Billikens might start off the year 1-0 with a win against a Power 4 team. That is incredible. Play action. And he is brought down. That's our first sack of the year. And who is that? Matthew Yeboah? Yes, it is. The redshirt freshman gets his first sack of his career. Just shot off the right side. Yeah, he'll be a force for us. We just have not had good quality at the D-line position pretty much the whole dynasty. He's really the first true guy that can win in pass rush. So be a very, very exciting player for us. And they get a little bit back, so it'll be 3rd and 12. Gotta say this is 4-down territory no matter what for Iowa. Do not see how you can punt back at all. And almost picked off by Josh Barr. He wanted his second. They keep going at his side of the field, and he keeps shutting them down. I would not do that again. lucky to get away with the ball there still. And it'll be 4th and 12. And yes, they have to go for it here. Chuck it downfield, and that'll be a pick by Pierce, the free safety, and that will be the ball game. Just heaved up a prayer into double coverage, and this Iowa offense puts another stinker up on the board, another failed drive. We get it at the 31. That will be the game, and it could be another touchdown as well if we go, depending on how we do on this drive. It's Ty Hardy somehow slipping away, breaking a couple tackles, getting 13. We're putting on a clinic. This is the best game we have ever played as a team. That is so cathartic. I can't even remember a game where we played this well. Maybe against like an FCS team, but I don't even remember if we've blown out a team in this series. Just all close wins. But we're just finally starting to turn it on. We've got a good team now. That's the bottom line. We've got a good team. We got quality players, and it's coming together against a great squad here at Iowa. Ty Hardy just couldn't get the edge. That's fine. We'll take it down to the 2-minute warning and probably set up for a field goal. We'll see if they even call a timeout after this play. They do not. So we'll shoot clock. It'll be a 37-yard field goal for our freshman kicker. He is a power tendency, not an accurate tendency, so at least I made the right choice for our kicker. But our punting is going to be a little bit rough this year. Might have to throw one onto the board because I don't know if I can do 40-yard punts or 35-yard punts all year. Has it come back to bite us in this game since our defense has played so well? But here we go to put us up 38-7. And right down the middle for our true freshman kicker. He's perfect to start his college career. Basically a perfect game from this team, and especially from the redshirt freshmen and true freshmen that are making plays on the field. A lot to be excited about. This is a good team now, and it is a young team. That is the emphasis. A lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores that are just tearing it up. And if we could get a good recruiting class with 4 stars this year, yeah, we'll be making moves up to the Big Ten or SEC very, very quickly. And that's another sack by Matthew Yeboah. He's got 2. Two TFLs, 2 sacks. He's going to be a beast. He looks incredible. I mean, he jumped up 12 overall in the offseason. He was going to be good. But can't get home here, though. No one can get open. And they'll just throw another pick. Here's Sam Carney, the cornerback, who made it. That'll be 3 interceptions on the day for Iowa. He had all day to throw, but just underthrew a wide open streak. That was so underthrown, I don't even know if it would have made it to the wide receiver. Yeah, just stood there, 3-man rush. We had all day. Just finally chucked it. And yeah, it wasn't even going to make it to the wide receiver. It was that far underthrown. But good play by Sam Carney to make that, take it away, and that is your ball game. We'll just run it a couple more times to bring this game to an end. 38-7 will be your final score, barring a crazy carry on this last play to Ty Hardy. He's got a big gain up the middle for a first down. Clock will stop, but I don't think we're going to snap it again. We will just let the clock wind down. The St. Louis Billikens start the year 1-0. What a statement win. We have put ourselves on the football map with this victory. Vince Trinidad had the game of his life. The defense had the game of their lives, and Josh Barr will be your player of the game, and it is well deserved. He was a menace. He was a TFL machine, had a pick, could have had a second one, and of course that pick was a pick six to really put the game out of reach for the first time. It was 21-7. We had just stalled out, punted it back, but he took that last spark of hope and stamped it out. And what a win for the program that is. We'll look at the stats. 10 for 22 for 84 yards from Iowa's quarterback, Marco Lainez. That was a horrific game. Absolutely horrific game. 4 interceptions, 84 yards. Just can't win with those kind of numbers. And they did not. Vince Trinidad had less than 200, but was very, very efficient. 78% completions, 1 touchdown, average 8 yards. And then he was also our leading rusher, had 91. Had the 1 fumble, but luckily it was out of bounds. I don't know why it's saying 2. The fumbles are a bit glitched in the stat sheet. Manny Royster had a good game, got injured. Ty already stepped up and outgained him. Yeah, those two are going to be a very, very good 1-2 punch going forward. For receiving, Nathan Acevedo had 28, but Tyler Kavka, the tight end, only had 2 receptions, but he averaged 20 yards. Just very, very fast when you get it to him in the open field. He'll be a weapon for us for sure. I might want to switch, put him as tight end 1 over Mason Williams, because Mason Williams is just so unbelievably slow. But Tyler Kavka's not the best at run blocking and not the best route runner. Mason Williams, for all his faults, is an incredible route runner. So I think I'll keep it how it is, but definitely could do a switch in the future. And then on the defense, 3 TFLs for Josh Barr. He was incredible. Matthew Yabo had 2 TFLs. Both of them were sacks. And then Damian Cash and Merle Willis had 1 each. Josh Barr was our leading tackler in general, too. They just kept going at him, and he kept making plays. 4 interceptions. Sam Carney had 1. Josh Barr had 1. Sidney Pierce had 1. And Warren Barron had 1. And then 2 of them were pick sixes. No forced fumbles. Yeah, just an absolutely incredible win. That is a sign of great things to come this year. We could go undefeated. If we play every week like we played this week, we could go undefeated for sure. And if we go undefeated, that could mean college football playoffs. I don't want to speak too soon. This is game 1, but our schedule is not that difficult this year. And we have the players to make it happen. We just need to be consistent week to week. We have leveled up. That was a huge win, and we got a huge XP boost for it. Up to level 9, and good question about where that's going to go. We did unlock Tactician last time, and I would love to get some stat boosts, but maybe we need to put more into recruiting. Because what I was thinking earlier was definitely this for sure. But I was thinking we don't need to increase weekly recruiting hours since we don't have enough hours to really go around. But since we're going after 4 and 5 stars, we might need that those extra hours to really hone in on guys we truly want. But we can only do one. Which position group is the most helpful? Maybe quarterback. Just you need a good quarterback in this game. Vince Trinidad has been serviceable, but if we want to go above and beyond, we're going to need someone better than him. Wide receiver is also a good shout. I think quarterback's what we have to go for. I do have a big-time wide receiver on the board, but I think quarterback's really going to be the make or break, so we definitely need as many hours on him as possible. So we'll upgrade that. And I think I'll keep all the points as they are. Not really much much reason to change anything. I don't know how to say this guy's name. That'll be a bit of a struggle if we end up getting him. I don't know how to say it when I'm commentating it, but Marquis Papoe? We'll have to pry him out of Alabama. Ole Miss is going heavy for him. But we can now put 65 on him instead of 50. But can't really help us right now since we have all our hours spent. It doesn't increase the amount of hours you have to spend, just the amount of hours you can put on him for any given week. Is there anyone I can pull points off? Just really close the gap. We can put another 10 on. And then as people lock us out and come off the board, it'll free up points as well. I think that's how I'm going to leave it. For right now, we'll advance to the next week. Josh Barr is your MAC Defensive Player of the Week. Well-deserved. Can't say enough how much of a beast he was. He's also your National Defensive Player of the Week. All right, nationally noticed. We did put the nation on notice for how good the St. Louis Billikens are going to be this year. We're on the map now. Eyes are going to be on us. We need to live up to the hype. I don't think any changes happened. We did get locked out on a couple guys I wasn't going after. Yeah, 2 guys I didn't even have any points on, so just kind of threw them on there, saw how the recruiting board would shape out, but you kind of want to see the 4s and 5 stars that are under recruited. But they've kind of fixed that in the last patch, or the last couple of patches. You don't really see any 5 stars just get under recruited. Like, see, this is about to close. That one's about to close. Yeah, all the 5 stars are already taken off the board pretty much. And a lot of these 4 stars are about to close too. So, yeah, a lot harder than it used to be to just lurk around, see what the under-recruited people are, and then go after them hard. You kind of got to get into the race from the jump to even have a chance, and that's what we've done. We've just gone full send into a lot of guys, but yeah, not really any fallback plans if these 4 stars don't pan out. Can't really find another 4-star to really fall back on. We've got to make these ones work. And we're in good positions. We've taken the lead over Ole Miss on Marquis Papoe. Got a backup plan in BJ Cossier. He's a gem, 3-star. But not really the fastest for a scrambler QB, so 82 speed. Like, why are you a scrambler quarterback if you're not even going to be fast? That's just normal improviser speed, and improviser guys are way more accurate, so I don't know why you would go for an 82 guy, but I mean, he is a gem, so maybe he can develop. But he won't play if we get Papoe. So that's the main goal here. We've got a great wide receiver in James Linder on the board. He has 96 speed. He's got takeoff. He will be a beast if we can get him. And we're going to have to fight Notre Dame for him. They're keeping pace with us. And we've got Demarius Camelot. Calmalot. And he has 94 speed. So yeah, going after a lot of speedsters in this class. Speed kills in this game. Really the only attribute that really matters. You don't really need to have good route running if you can just outrun everybody. And then going hard on a D tackle and still can't make it happen. Indiana is just going crazy to make sure we can never land a D tackle. It's just insane. That'll be the running gag of this franchise, is that D tackles never want to sign for St. Louis University. I don't get it. But yeah, I don't really see any reason to change up our strategy. We just need to go hard and hopefully get some of these guys to land. So that means keeping things as they are. And then in this week, we'll start off our max schedule with a lone game against Toledo before going back to out-of-conference play. And I will leave that for the next episode. So thank you guys so much for checking in, and I will see you in the next one.